Hello, viewers. Pogacha Baubernando eyes ami ragachir rag koso ami geusoto. How to deal? First of all, how to understanding the anger and how to deal with it. Anger is a very strong emotion. It ranges from simple irritation to erupting rage. It is expressed in different ways. Each one has a different style of expressing it. All of us experience anger. एक पावटी न्हू जाल्यार दुसरे पावटी आमी रागार जाताच. जनवरांपासून रागार जातात. आनी देखून हें इमोशन आमकां आसा खरें तें आमकां कितें भाशेन डिफेंड करूंक. It has a purpose. Just as whenever an animal is threatened, then it gets alert, it gets angry to defend itself. Likewise, whenever we are being threatened, or कोणूच आमचें मान उबयता, कोणूच आमकां कितेंय कोत्ता, तेन्ना आमी रागार जाता, आमकांच डिफेंड कशें कोत्ता. But what happens, there's a big process that is happening in us. Our system works, and there is a release of so much of hormones that are at that time, a release of blood and oxygen to certain parts of our body. जेन्ना आमकां राग येता तेन्ना आमचे कुडींत सगळोच बदल जाता, आमचे तकलेन बदल जाता, आनी एके भाशेन रगत सगळें आमचे कुडीक वयर येता. Maybe in the arms, maybe at our face, in the eye, at our mouth, and it pumps a lot of blood. And oxygen is also being pumped at that time. And if we don't handle it well, we end up destroying ourselves or disturbing ourselves and also destroying our relationship and things around. And देखून आमी कसो सांबाळूंक जाय तो, ओ राग आमकां कित्याक येता तो आमी पळोवंक जाय. Why do we get angry? Why, you ask yourself, why do you get angry? कित्याक रागार जावंक जाय? आमकां राग येता जेन्ना आमचो इगोक कोणूच हात लायता. We have this ego or sense of I. जेन्ना म्हाका कितें केलें जाल्यार, म्हजेर कोण आड गेलो जाल्यार, म्हाका तो दुखोळटा जाल्यार, म्हाका तो माडूयताय जाल्यार, म्हाका तो रेस्पेद दिना जाल्यार, म्हजें तो आयकना जाल्यार, म्हाका तो लोचयेन घालता जाल्यार, म्हाका तो ह्युमिलेट कोत्ता जाल्यार म्हाका राग येता. हांव म्हणटा हांव ताका दाखयतलों, हांव पळयतलों तो कितें कोत्ता तो. Then I get rage. Then I get angry to show that other person who I am. Oh, anger comes when mine is not accepted. I have certain views. म्हजी चिंतप आसा, कितें सांगणें आसा, म्हजें आयकोंक ना जाल्यार हांव रागार जाता. Oh, I have something that is my own. Or I have certain values, I want this way or that way. And if that is not done, I get angry. It usually revolves around the sense of ego. My, I. आनी देखून हें कोत्ता देखून आनीक हांव रागार जातोच हांव कितें कोत्ता, हांव म्हाकाच एके भाशेन दुखयता. And the person who keeps this anger with him is like someone who has a hot burning charcoal into his hand. तो रागार जावन रागार रावता, but he burns himself inside. Outside, it's not outside. The hurt inside is much more serious and deeper. We do not heal. आनी देखून रागार रावप, राग दवरप हें आमकां बऱ्याक पडना, आमचे भोंवतणीक आसलेल्याक बऱ्याक पडना. कित्याक रागाचो मनीस कोणाकूच मानवना. जेन्ना एक रागाचो मनीस घरांत आसता तेन्ना तो एके भाशेन पॉयजन कशें घरांत घालता. मोगना तुजीं भुरगीं, तुजीं घरचींच तुज्या तावन पयस वेतात. तूं घोडये बरें करीत. You may have great love for your family. You may sacrifice so much. You may give yourself so much, burn yourself so much. But if you keep anger, you are distancing people. हांवें पळयल्यांत मायन पायन इतलें सॅक्रिफीस करून, इतलें एकठांय करून तांकां दवरलां, पूण भुरगीं तांचे तावन पयस वेतात. कित्याक ते सदांच रागान रावताले, राग कोत्ताले, रागान तांकां उलयताले, रागान तांकां पयस कोत्ताले. देखून राग तांकां पयस पयस वता. They must have great riches from them, must have enjoyed so many things from them, but emotionally they were not connected. because they were angry. And देखून राग सांबाळप, राग बरे भाशेन express करप गरजेचें. And if I keep on making myself angry, then I hurt myself within. जायत्यो स्टडीज दाखयल्ल्यो आसात, scientifically proved that when I get angry, there's a rush of blood. And I have this autonomic nervous system which prepares me to attain the threat that is there. म्हाका कोणें insult केलो, म्हाका कोणें disrespect केलो, तेन्ना हांव सगळो तयार जाता. And there is a gush of blood. There's a release of hormones. There's a rising of my blood pressure. There's glucose being pumped into my system. And there's a diffusion of fats. In sogli magir cholesterol bodolta. Tuka high blood pressure zata. Glucose asa dekun tuka diabetes zata. And then you feel this anger somewhere in your system. It may come out in the ulcers that you have. It may come out in the back pain that you have. Somewhere it would reside. तुजो राग खंय तरी रावतलो आनी खंय तरी भायर सरतलो. तुवें भायर काडूंक ना जाल्यार तो रावतलो आनी तुका दुयेंत करतलो. आनी देखून तुवें रागाक सांबाळूंक जाय. You have to, in a way, deal with it. You have to address it. And then you would be able to live a happy, satisfied, a very integrated life. राग दोरी नाका म्हूण जेजू म्हणटा. बोगूच तांकां. Just forget about it. Let it go. Just let it go because it does much more damage for you. एक पावटी तुका ताणें मारलो, एक पावटी ताणें तुका insult केलो आनी तूं पोत्तून पोत्तून तुकाच दुखयताय, तुकाच मारताय आनी एके भाशेन तुकाच घाय घालताय. आनी देखून protect yourself from this anger. How can you protect yourself from this anger? We have to be aware of this anger. We have to be conscious of this anger. राग येता तेन्ना आमी कोंकणीन म्हणटा राग येता आनीक राग येता तेन्ना कितें कोत्ता तें हांव नकळो. हांव म्हजो आवाज वयर कोत्ता, हांव मारतां, हांव एक पाटी फोडटां, हांव कितें कोत्ता तें हांव नकळो. आय एम नॉट इवन अवेर, आय एम नॉट इवन कॉन्शियस बिकॉज दिस इमोशन has taken over me. I am overwhelmed by this emotion. And कितें कोत्ता तें हांव नकळो. We are not aware. And देखून you have to be aware. Know what is happening to you. And in English we say cues. कसले तरी सिग्नलां म्हजे कुडीन जातात ती पळयात. जेन्ना राग येता तेन्ना म्हजो ताळो सुकता. ओ म्हाका हांगा टेन्शन येता. ओ म्हाका म्हजें काळीज डॉप 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 जाता. हांव ब्रिदींग फास्ट कोत्तां. कितेंय तरी म्हाका जाता जेन्ना म्हाका राग येता. When you become more and more aware of the signals that you have when you get angry, then you are aware. राग म्हाका येता, हांव जाणा आतां राग म्हाका येता. कित्याक म्हजो ताळो सुकोंक लागता, जीब सुकोंक लागता आनीक म्हजे ओंठ कितें कोत्तात तें नकळो. आय एम बिकमींग अवेर. आनी देखून हांव म्हणटालो ह्यो थोड्यो वस्तू आमी चिंतूंक जाय. When do I get angry? When do I get angry? Costly occasions that provoke me. What are the triggers that take me to this anger? कसल्या वेळार हांव जाता. घडये काम म्हाका चोड पडलां तेन्ना आनी कोण म्हाका तापयता तेन्ना वो कोणें म्हाका वाटेर कितें मुटलां तेन्ना केन्ना म्हाका तो राग येता. With whom I get angry? The first question is, when do I get angry? What are the situations, occasions that make me angry? तेन्ना हांव जाणा हें सिट्युएशन म्हाका रागार येता. Then also you find out with whom you get angry. Do you get angry with younger people? You get angry with older people? Or you get angry when you are being dominated? When do you get angry? You know the trigger. केन्ना तुका उजो पेट्टलो तेन्ना तूं जाणो हांव केअरफूल रावतलो. With whom? एक पावटी आमी even see what time I get angry. Some people may be getting angry when the sun is too hot. Some people may get angry at the end of the day when the workload is too much. You find out when I get angry. Now, आमी पळयलें म्हणटोच I am becoming aware of this anger. It is signals. I know what signals it gives in my body. I know when I get angry, what are the occasions I get angry, and I am aware कितें जाता तें म्हाका. मागीर आमी चिंतूंक जाय what is creating that. And this is very important aspect of my anger is what goes into my mind. What do I think? कसलें चिंतप म्हज्या मनान वेता. There's a flash that goes into my mind. There's a flash light that goes into my mind that says, Are, tomak charoita. Are, tomaka aduloita. Are, tomak sokla udoita. Something that passes through your mind. We call it self-talk, a message that goes into, what a thought that goes into. Oh, te sogleka zaimu shokan kotai. Oh, te mak sunyang bachin trata kotai. That thought runs into my mind. If you can find out that thought, what is that thought? Makes me angry. Once you are aware of this thought, look at that thought. Even if they treat me, should I get angry with them this way? The more you analyze and reason out what that thought runs into your mind and you deal with it, then you are much capable to deal with the anger. The thought process is very important. And here I'm aware now. When we get angry, we are not aware. Everything happens so rapidly that I am not even aware what is happening. But if I take care of this thought, then I know. And I reframe that thought, and then I can deal with the anger. Magir Podeyat, what are the behaviors? How do you react? Each one of us have a style of reacting. Some get it eruptus. There's a rage, they're fotat, muttat, tottat. Others are rautat. They are self-punishers. They are sort of observers. They observe the anger within themselves, and then they make themselves sick. Other jana astat, they are called underhander, who sarcastic comment ಮಾಡ್ತೇಲೆ, कोणाक तोंड कोत्तेले, कोणाक तांच्यो खबरो कोत्तेले, राग आसा तांकां, पूण व्हडल्यान करिनात, पूण राग हे भाशेन काडटात. हाजी खबरो ताका सांगतात, वो ताका इसूल कोत्तात, वो ताका sarcasm उलयतात, cynical comments कोत्ता, वो राग हे भाशेन काडटा. बट राग तुज्या काळजान उरता. हांव म्हणटालो, जरी तर तूं राग घेवन रावलो जाल्यार तुजी गाडी मोटोर तूं आख्खो गोत चलयता. कोण पिसो वो आख्ख्या गोत मोटोर ऑन दवरता तो. आमी केन्ना मोटोर ऑन दवरता? जेन्ना आमकां खूंय वचोंक जाय तेन्नाच आमी मोटोर ऑन कोत्ता. पेट्रोल वेता, गाडी घास्तार जाता. पूण आमी रागार आसा तेन्ना कितें कोत्ता? मोटोर रात दीस ऑन. तूं न्हिदलो आसा तुजें मोटोर ऑन. तूं उठ्ठा तुजें मोटोर ऑन. कित्याक तुजो राग भितर शिजता. आनी हें शिजता जाल्यार दुसऱ्याक तें बगोना, तुका बोगता. आनी खूंय तरी तें भायर सोदतलें. एक उजो जावन काळजाक कोडे तुका आताक दितलें, वो आल्सर जावन पोटांतल्यान भायर सोदतलें. Therefore, we have to release that anger. आनी देखून राग धरून रावंक जायना. आनी देखून look at this questions. When do I get angry? With whom do I get angry? What time do I get angry? These are the cues. What happens to me into my body? Kui maka dukta, kui moje tokli tapta, o taro sukta. I get the cues, I get the triggers. Then what are the thought processes? Chitop, kosle chitop moja bonan veta. What thoughts that make me angry? What behaviors I do? And lastly, you have to say, boji behavior. Ame taka tapoilo, taka isul kelo, taka zaiti utra uleli, taka gadio malyo. What I wished should have happened. What I wished should have happened. Raag येयलो करो, पूण हांवें वसोंक जाय आसलें. वो हांवें ताका म्हणोंक जाय आसलें, बाबा आतां करचें न्हय. वो हांवें ताका बरेच भाशेन सांगोंक जाय आसलें. What I wished to happen. So these 5 questions: when it happens, with whom it happens, what are the thoughts that run into your mind, how you behaved, and how you wished you should have behaved. इतलो तूं अवेर जाता. एक 5 इन्सिडेंट तूं अशें मांडून दवरता, एक टेबल कोत्ता, मांडून दवरता, खंयच्या ओकेशनाक म्हाका जाता. आनी तुका मेळटलें सगळे ओकेशन एकेच भाशेचे. कोणा लागीं जाता एकेच भाशेन. भुरग्यांच लागीं हांव कोत्तां, वो बायलेच लागीं हांव कोत्तां, म्हज्या बॉसा लागीं, वो म्हज्या ल्हान आसात तांचे लागीं हांव कोत्तां. Same kind of people. Thought patterns, you will find only one kind of a thought. Actually, the thought will repeat again and again. मागीर आमी जाणां एके भाशेन बिहेव कोत्ता. एकलो घोडयेर राफ बिहेव करीत, एग्रेसिवली बिहेव करीत, वो एकलो ओगोच रावत. आनी एक लास्टाक what you wish to be. The more you focus on what you wish to happen, then next time you will do the same thing. You will work towards that. Dear friends, what anger tells us is only a signal. There is a deep-seated problem in us. And anger is not the only emotion that comes out. Below it may be other emotions that are there. It may be fear, it may be anxiety, it may be guilt, it may be resentment you have. ती बराबर येतात. आनी देखून जेन्ना तूं रागार जाता तेन्ना ताचे पोद्दी वयलें कितें तें कित्याक लागून जाता तें चिंतूंक गरजेचें. आनी वेन यू हॅव दीस थॉट प्रोसेस, जोरी तर यू हॅव नो कॉन्फिडन्स इन युअर सेल्फ, if you don't are secure about yourself, that's the time you get more angry. Who are the people who get more angry are not who are satisfied with themselves, those who are content with themselves. कोणाक चड राग येता जे भिडकुडे असतात, जे आपणाचेरूच पात येनात, जांकां दुसऱ्यांची भिरांत दिसता, तांकां दिसता ताणें एक उतर उलयल्यार म्हजो फुडार काबार जालो. जरी तर म्हजो फुडार बरें कितें तें आनी हांव कितें तें हांव जाणा जाल्यार दुसऱ्यान कितेंय म्हणून म्हाका राग येवचो ना. इट्स ओन्ली माय इनसेक्युरिटी that would make me angry. And if I find out what is my insecurity, maybe I don't have good view of myself. म्हाका दिसता म्हजीं भुरगीं आयकोनात जाल्यार हांव गेलो, काबार जालो, अशें चिंतप म्हजें म्हाका सोकलाक दवरता आनी रागार कोत्ता. We have to find out what is that makes me angry. What is the underlying feeling and thought below this? More I become aware of this, less and less I will know how to deal with my anger. Sometimes when you get angry with the other person, you have to say, what do I achieve by this? ताका हांवें तापयलो, ताका हांवें कितें म्हटलें, हें बऱ्याक पडटलें म्हाका. पयले फावटी हें केलें, दुसरे फावटी हांवें केलें, तिसरे फावटी हांवें केलें, म्हाका बरें जाल्लें. बरें जावंक ना, हांवें फकत वायटूच केलें. म्हाका माल पडलें आनी तांकांय माल पडलें, आनी देखून हें करून फायदो आसा. Stop and think whether it is useful, whether it is functional. हें म्हजी इश्टागत चड कोत्तलें, हें इश्टागत बरी कोत्तलें, हाका लागून आमी बरे भाशेन आसतले, हांव म्हजें बिजनस बरें जातलें, आमी फामील कशी एक जातले हांव हें करीत जाल्यार. आनी यू विल रियलायज युअर एंगर विल डू नो गूड. The way you express, and if you express it in very aggressive way, it would do only harm. And therefore, think before. हांवें हे फावटी केल्लें तेन्ना इतलो म्हाका लुकसाण जाल्लें, हे फावटी केल्लो तेन्ना इतलें लुकसाण जाल्लें आनी इतलें लुकसाण जाल्लें, आतां हांव करचो ना. And therefore, it is always good to keep zones where you will not get angry. There are rules for fair fighting. आमी कॉन्फ्लिक्टाक पडटलींच. आमी बाराबर काम करतना कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जातले, मिसअंडरस्टँडींग जातले, घोव बायलां बाराबर आसात जाल्यार मिसअंडरस्टँडींग जातलें, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट येतलो, भुरगीं आसात जाल्यार भुरगीं आयकुची नात. This will happen. But I make rules for myself and my family, if you can, or wherever I work. हांव म्हजो आवाज वयर काडचो ना, हांव कितेंय व्हडल्यान उलोवचो ना, हांव ताका रेस्पेक्ट दितलो, हांव मानान ताका लेखतलो. आनीक घोडये म्हजें सोसूंक जायना जाल्यार घोडये हांव थंयचो पयस वेतलो. म्हज्यान बरे भाशेन एक्सप्रेस करूंक जायना जाल्यार हांव मुखार वेचचो ना. यू हॅव टू मेक अ डिसिजन. आय वील डू फेर फायटींग. तोवूय मनीस, ताका मान जाय, हांवें ताका किरकोळ करूंक जायना. आय हॅव टू हॅव रुल्स इन माय फॅमिली. म्हणूंक जाय ह्या वेळार आमच्या घरांत केन्नाच राग जावचो ना. दीस इज अ प्लेस ऑफ लव. वी हॅव अ झोन, नो एंगर झोन. ह्या जाग्यार राग करचो न्हय. राग करचो जाल्यार धांवन धांवन भायर वचचें, फावंड्या भायर वचून राग काडचो आनी भितर येवचें. इफ यू हॅव दीस कायंड ऑफ अंडरस्टँडींग अमांग युअर सेल्फ, आमच्या रुमांनी, आमच्या घरांनी राग ना. आमी राग काडटात जाल्यार भायर ग्रावंडार वचून काडटले हांव. अशें करीत जाल्यार वी हॅव सर्टन वेज ऑफ स्पिकींग टू पीपल, रिस्पेक्टींग अदर पीपल, सर्टन एरियाज वेर वी डू नॉट हॅव दीस एंगर expressions or bouts. That's the time we will be able to maintain ourselves calm. And हांव तुमकां सांगता, if you do this, you would find such a peace within you. You would find calmness and you would be much more efficient. राग करून तुजें काम बरें जावचें ना, तुज्या इश्टागोच्यो चडच्यो नात. तूं काम तुका दवरलो जाल्यार आनी बरे भाशेन कितेंय आडखळ्यो आसात त्यो एक्सप्रेस केल्यो जाल्यार you will feel much healthier. There would be peace and contentment within you. आनीक एक वस्त आमच्यान करूं येता. जेन्ना हांव रागार जाता तेन्ना आमी कितें कोत्ता, हांव रागार जाला तेन्ना तो कितें उलयलां, ताणें कितें केलां तें आमच्या मनान येता. And then I focus on that person and I want to crush that person. I want to hit that person. And our focus is on that person. At that time, rearrange the focus, redirect that focus on you. And how can you do this? कसो ताचेर focus आसा तो तुजेर घालतलो. You start breathing in. तुजें breath fast आसा तें. When you're angry, your breath becomes fast. So हें तुजें breath fast आसा तें, slow it down. Breathe consciously. Breathe in a rhythm. 4 पावटी count कर. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have slowed down already. When you breathe out, count again. Let the air be there for a number. If you say 7, count of 7, you count it. And then release at the count of 8. Or you can release at the count of 4. But whatever, you have this rhythm. 4, keep the air for 8, and release at the number of 7. Once you have focused on you, when you are becoming aware of your breath and breathe enough, you have enough oxygen into your lungs. And magir, tu ekebashin, you will slow down. Or some people have this counting of numbers, which does not really help, but this breathing helps. Another thing is, you change your posture. राग जाता तेन्ना तुझे हात ताण जातात, उबो रावता आनी दोळे तांबडे जातात. Sit down. You sit down. You just find a place to sit down. You have changed your body posture. Your muscles, these facial muscles, become tensed. And there are numerous muscles that work when you are angry. तुवें कोणाचें रागाचें तोंड पळयलां? So much of energy goes. There's a flash of energy into your face. You relax your muscle. You broaden your cheek. You raise your eyebrows. And smile kella bashin. Make it light. Make it light. Tujo rag niutolo. Consciously, if you do these exercises, if you continuously do these exercises of breathing in when you get angry or about to get angry, you get a signal, you're about to get angry, तुझेर conscious कर, तुझेर focus कर. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax your muscles, your shoulder muscles, your elbow muscles. Relax कर. At sod, bose. Take a posture which keeps the other person higher and you lower. When you are angry and if you go higher, तुझो राग ताजेर देंवतलो. देखून सोक लागता. And you would find, and you would be very happy with yourself for doing that. तुका बरें दिसतलें, हांव जिखलो. राग काडलो जाल्यार I have been at loss. But हांव बसलो, राग काडूंक ना, I have taken space. Or when you feel really angry and you think it will not have good results, you just say, आतां हांव तुजे लागीं उलयना, just give me some time. And walk away from that place. Or magir uloche. You take time off or pause. You just move away. And then you think. And magir तुज्यान बरे भाशेन प्लॅन करूं येता, कशें ताजे लागीं उलोवंक जाय. आनी म्हणून येता मागीर, प्रॉब्लम काल जाल्लो, आनी म्हाका दिसलें तूं म्हाका इसुल कोत्ता असो म्हणून. We have to, when we give this feedback, they usually say, you have to speak from I. I felt really insulted when you did this. तुवें एके भाशेन तुजो राग एक्सप्रेस केलो. That's enough. You don't need to say, तूं असलो, तूं तसलो, तशें म्हणची गरज ना. You only say, I felt insulted when you said that yesterday. Only that much you express. But you have to plan it and express it at a time when that person is ready. तेन्ना तूं एक्सप्रेस कोत्ता तेन्ना तो बरे भाशेन घेतलो. पूण तोवूय रागार आसा आनी तूंय रागार आसा आनी एकामेका लागीं उलयतात, तेन्ना तुका फायद्याक पडचें ना. तूंच लुकसाणान पडटलो आनी तूंच एके भाशेन मागीर रिग्रेट जातलो. वाय डीड आय डीड दॅट? वाय डू आय डू दीस अगेन एंड अगेन? आनी एक खेरीत भाशेन आमी हो राग निवडटलो जाल्यार आमी, as I said, have to discuss or solve problems when they start. Don't pile up. जशें परी जेजू म्हणटालो, जरी तर तूं एक बॅट करूंक वेता जाल्यार आनी तुका उगडास जालो तुजो बाबा तुजेर कितें आड आसा, वच बाबाशी पयलो. Don't pile it up. The more you pile it up, it will burst out somewhere. आतां जरी तर हांवें म्हजे बायलेचो वो म्हज्या भुरग्यांचो राग दवरलो, तो भुरग्यांचेर भायर सोदचो ना, तो आनी खंय भायर सोदतलो, कित्याक म्हजें इंजीन चालू आसा आनी खंय तरी भायर सोदतलें. आय वील एक्सप्रेस इट समवेर एल्स एंड देरफोर सॉर्ट इट आउट एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल. उलोय तांचे लागीं, आतां सुरूच जाताना उलोय, डोंट पायल इट अप, एंड देन यू वूड फायंड मोर रिलीज इन टू दीस. आनी एक म्हणटात, राग तूं निवयतलो जाल्यार, राग तूं पळयतलो जाल्यार, यू हॅव टू लूक एट युअर सेल्फ in the sense of what benefits do I get by this and how much damage do I do. Actually, I become the first victim of my anger. And the more I have anger, my life becomes danger. D is added to anger and it becomes danger. रागाचो मनीस देवाक मानवना, रागाचो मनीस ताकाच मानवना, रागाचो मनीस दुसऱ्यांक मानवना. And as James says in 1 James verses 19 to 21, to munta, be first to listen, be quick to listen, and slow to speak, and slow to anger. आनी देखून कोणाकूच तुज्या राग आयलो जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता हांवें उलोवचें आनी राग ताचे वयलो काडचो. We take this advice from St. James. He says, first you listen. There's a green signal for you. First you listen. Magir tu uloy. That is a yellow signal, yellow light. You speak. But anger is the last thing you would do. That's a danger light. So first, green light, kitloy aigto. You take time and listen to that person. Why did you do this to me? Why are you doing this to me? And let there be yellow light speaking very rarely, and no going danger light is your anger. Another thing we can do is take the anger as our guest. Treat the anger as your guest. आमी कितें कोत्तांव, राग येता तेन्ना आमी रागान इतलीं फुलतांव आनी बुलतांव आनी राग काडटांव आनी कितें जाता तें आमकां खबर ना. तो आयलो गेलो आमकांच खबर ना. Now you look at him, look at it with intention and with attention. When the anger comes, suppose आयच्या दिसा म्हाका सकाळीं भुरग्यांचो राग आयलो, आयच्या सकाळीं म्हाका म्हज्या इश्टाचो राग आयलो, आनीक राग आयलो म्हणटोच एका जाग्यार बस, as if you are going to treat your guest. आनी तातार करता का बाबा कितें जालें, आयज तूं आयलो, सकाळीं आयलो, कितें जालें, भुरग्यां सोबें उलयतना तूं राग आयलो, कितें जालें, आनी राग तुका सांगतलो कित्याक आयलो तो. भुरगीं म्हजीं आयकोनात, कितें जातलें, असले भुरगीं आसत जाल्यार, ओ इश्ट अशें तुका कोत्ता जाल्यार तो तुका रेस्पेद दिना. इट वील टेल यू वाय आय केम. मागीर तुका घोडये सांजे राग आयलो. Again you sit with that anger and say, अरे सकाळीं आयलो, आतां सायन्साक तूं आयलो, कितें जालें, इतलो काम आसा, इतलें काम आसतना बायल हेल्प करिना, भुरगीं हेल्प करिना, हांव कितें कोत्तलो, ताका लागून आयल्लो. Then it may come the next day or may not come the next day. It may come a day after. इचार, बोस ताचे लागीं इचार, कित्याक आयल्लो, कितें जालें. You treat it well and listen to what it has to say. It has something deep to say. And the more and more you listen to that anger, more and more you become aware of that anger, you realize तो मागीर येवचो ना. तो म्हणटलो ताणें म्हाका बरो त्रातार केलो, म्हाका बरे भाशेन बसयलो, म्हजें आयकलें, म्हाका कितें खावंक दिलें, पिवंक दिलें. I will not trouble him anymore because I have told him whatever he needs to hear. And more I become aware of my anger, the more I will release it. And once I have released that anger, I will not get enraged again. I will not get disturbed again. I will not get irritated again because I have released my anger. What is a life that is full and free, that is free of anger? A very happy life. Let us rejoice in our life. Let us enjoy our life without anger.